And well, today we'll be doing a EGR valve. Here's the deal though. I had to order all this stuff online, so I'm really hoping that we got it right the first time. So the intake manifold's kind of shielding it, so we're gonna go right over here, and there she is. This is what we're gonna be replacing. Hopefully, if this is the correct part, which I think it is. Pretty good at this stuff. But then again, there's always those times where something, you know, looks like it is in the picture, and then you get it and it's like smaller or something. Hopefully not. From the looks of it, I can just replace this whole thing with a socket set. Simple 3/8 set. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, I forgot gloves. All right, there we are. This is what it looks like. So it goes in just like this. Unfortunately, I overlooked the bracket there. We're gonna have to use a ratcheting wrench, which is, you know, it's no problem. I just made a mistake. There we go. So now we just have to break these loose and then we can get them off here. Yeah, well, you know, definitely looks ancient. So out with the old and then with the new. So we're just gonna put this one back where we got the old one. You know, as simple as that. Just make sure that the bolts don't fall out. So with the help of our lovely Autel here, we're gonna go ahead and live scan this bad boy and make sure that our EGR system is working as it should. And then I'm gonna run it for a health scan and make sure, oh boy, hopefully I didn't leave this thing on. It was just on the whole time, huh? What the hell? Here's the deal, guys. If you can fix that somehow where, you know, you stop using it and it just turns off, that would be tremendous. Versus having to physically turn it off every single time. All right, who wants to start this thing? Now that's nice. Before it was shaking. Before it was shaking. So you see our scans here? We're gonna go to live data. And wouldn't you know it, no fault codes detected. So, bango bongo. Well, we're not done yet, guys. We're gonna come back out here in like a week and then we're gonna replace the front end suspension on this thing. It's not bad, but it's just old. But she does want to stay on top of it because she does use this vehicle for long trips to Texas and whatnot. And so we just, you know, it's good to stay on top of stuff like that. It's definitely worn, you know what I mean? And the front end suspension's a little bit different on this vehicle. You have a strut singled and then you have a coil spring singled. It's not together like on most vehicles. They're separate. So when the strut starts to go out, there's a lot more aggravation, a lot more tension on that coil spring, so to speak, than, you know, versus if it was right in the strut. I think they figured it out afterward, you know what I mean? They're like, man, this thing is bouncy. But anyways, that's what it does, is it bounces because the strut gives out and then you're just on a spring, basically. But it's time to pack up and then park this thing back on over there.